Hey everyone, welcome back to the Jack and Emma podcast. Today, we're going to talk about something that everyone experiences every single day, our daily routine. This is one of the most useful English topics because the vocabulary and expressions can be used immediately in real life. From waking up in the morning to going to bed at night, we're going to practice natural conversations that can help you speak English more confidently every day.
Hey guys, I'm excited about today's lesson because daily routine English is something learners can practice right away. You don't need a special situation or a trip abroad. You can use these phrases at home, at work, at school, or even when talking to friends. The more you practice everyday English, the more natural your speaking becomes.
So let's start at the beginning of the day. Imagine it's 6:30 in the morning. The alarm clock starts ringing and the first challenge of the day is getting out of bed. Honestly, sometimes that's the hardest part for me. I always tell myself I'll wake up quickly, but then I end up pressing the snooze button once or twice.
I know exactly what you mean. Some mornings I wake up immediately, but on other days I just want to stay under the blanket for another 10 minutes. Especially when the weather is cold or rainy, getting out of bed feels like a huge challenge. But once I finally get up, I usually feel much better.
The first thing I do after waking up is check the time and look at my schedule for the day. I like knowing what I need to do because it helps me feel organized and prepared. If I have an important meeting or appointment, I make sure to remind myself before I start my day.
That's a great habit. After I wake up, I usually make my bed right away. It only takes a minute or two, but it makes the room look cleaner and helps me feel productive. I've noticed that when I start the day by doing something simple and useful, it gives me a positive mindset for the rest of the morning.
After that, I head to the bathroom to brush my teeth and wash my face. These are small things, but they help me feel awake and refreshed. Sometimes I listen to music while getting ready because it puts me in a good mood and gives me energy for the day ahead.
Music definitely helps. After brushing my teeth, I usually take a shower. A nice shower in the morning helps me wake up completely. Sometimes I think about my plans while I'm getting ready. It's a good opportunity to mentally prepare for the day before everything gets busy. Once I'm ready, I choose what to wear. Some people decide quickly, but I sometimes spend a few minutes thinking about it. If it's a work day, I try to dress neatly and comfortably. If it's the weekend, I usually choose something more casual and relaxed. Choosing clothes is much easier for me. I usually know exactly what I'm going to wear the night before. That saves time in the morning and helps me avoid rushing around when I'm trying to leave the house. After getting dressed, it's time for one of my favorite parts of the day, breakfast. I believe breakfast is important because it gives me energy and helps me focus. Some mornings I make toast and eggs, while on other days I prefer fruit and yogurt. It depends on how much time I have. Breakfast is important for me too. I usually make coffee first because I can't imagine starting my day without it. The smell of fresh coffee in the morning is one of my favorite things. Then I'll prepare something simple like cereal, toast, or oatmeal. While eating breakfast, I often check the news or read a few messages on my phone. I try not to spend too much time online because I don't want to start my day feeling distracted. Instead, I like focusing on the most important information and then getting ready to leave. That's a smart approach. Sometimes people spend so much time scrolling through social media in the morning that they end up feeling rushed later. I try to keep my mornings simple and calm because it helps me stay focused throughout the day. Eventually, it's time to leave the house. Before I go, I always double-check that I have everything I need. My phone, wallet, keys, and sometimes a notebook. There's nothing worse than getting halfway to your destination and realizing you forgot something important. That's happened to me before. I once left home without my wallet and didn't realize it until I was about to buy lunch. Ever since then, I've made it a habit to check my pockets before leaving. It's a small routine, but it saves a lot of trouble.
The journey to work or school is another part of the daily routine. Some people drive, some take the bus, and others walk. Personally, I enjoy walking whenever possible because it gives me time to think and enjoy the fresh air before starting my day.
I usually take public transportation. It gives me time to listen to podcasts, audiobooks, or music. Sometimes I even practice English phrases in my head. Those small moments during the commute can be surprisingly productive.
Once I arrive at work, I like to organize my tasks before jumping into them. I make a list of priorities and focus on the most important things first. Having a clear plan helps me stay efficient and reduces stress throughout the day.
I do something similar. When I start work, I check my emails, review my schedule, and decide what needs immediate attention. If I try to do everything at once, I feel overwhelmed, so I prefer taking things one step at a time.
Around midday, it's finally time for lunch. Lunch is not just about eating. It's also a chance to take a break, relax, and recharge. Sometimes I eat with coworkers, and we talk about our day, our hobbies, or our weekend plans. Lunch breaks are important. They give you a chance to step away from work and clear your mind. I find that after a good lunch break, I return feeling more focused and ready to finish the rest of the day. After lunch, the afternoon usually feels busier. There are meetings, projects, phone calls, and various responsibilities. Sometimes the hours go by quickly because there's so much to do. That's true. The afternoon can be challenging because energy levels often drop. When that happens, I try to take a short walk, drink some water, or stretch for a few minutes. Small breaks can make a big difference. Before I know it, the workday is over and it's time to head home. Honestly, that's one of my favorite moments of the day. There's something satisfying about finishing your responsibilities and knowing you can finally relax. I completely agree. On the way home, I often think about what I want to do in the evening. Some days I feel energetic and productive, while other days I just want to relax and unwind after a busy schedule. When I get home, I usually change into comfortable clothes right away. It's a simple thing, but it helps me switch from work mode to relaxation mode. Then I might make a cup of tea and take a few minutes to relax. For me, evenings are a great time to exercise. Whether it's going for a walk, doing a workout, or riding a bike, physical activity helps me release stress and feel healthier. Even 20 or 30 minutes can make a difference. After that, it's time to prepare dinner. Cooking can be a relaxing activity, especially when I'm not in a hurry. Sometimes I try new recipes, and other times I make simple meals that I know I'll enjoy. I enjoy cooking too. It's rewarding to prepare a meal yourself and then sit down to enjoy it. Plus, cooking at home is often healthier and more affordable than eating out every day. After dinner, I usually spend some time doing things I enjoy. I might read a book, watch a movie, listen to music, or talk with friends and family. These moments help me recharge emotionally and mentally. Evenings are also a great time for learning. Sometimes I study something new, practice a skill, or watch educational videos. I think continuous learning is important because it keeps life interesting and helps us grow. Eventually, the day starts coming to an end. Before bed, I like preparing for tomorrow. I check my schedule, organize anything I need, and make sure everything is ready. This makes the next morning much smoother. That's a great habit. I also try to avoid using my phone too much before bed because it can make it harder to fall asleep. Instead, I prefer reading a few pages of a book or simply relaxing quietly. Finally, I turn off the lights, get comfortable, and think about the day. Even if it wasn't perfect, I try to focus on the positive things that happened. Gratitude helps me end the day with a peaceful mindset. And then it's time to sleep and prepare for another day tomorrow. Every day may seem ordinary, but our daily routines shape our lives. Small habits repeated consistently can create big results over time. That's such a great reminder. We hope today's conversation helps you learn useful English that you can use every single day. The best way to improve is to practice these expressions regularly and make them part of your own routine.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep building confidence one conversation at a time. We'll see you in the next episode of the Jack and Emma podcast.
Bye, everyone. Take care and have a wonderful day.